to today's show. My name's E.A. Tischler, founder of the New Horizons Golf Approach. In the last two episodes, I introduced you to the secrets of owning your swing and the Power-0f-3 golf biomechanics that help you develop accuracy and power in your golf swing. Today, I'm going to introduce you to the 4 features that help you develop good feel in your golf swing so that you can complete the process of owning your swing. As we look at the features that allow us to create good feel in the golf swing, they have to do with coordinating the arms and the body together. If you recall, the features that developed accuracy in the golf swing had more to do with the arms, hands, and the club were doing. The features that helped us develop power in the golf swing had more to do with what the body was doing. Now we need to blend those actions together. The first feature I'd like to talk about is what we call your swing linkage feature. Swing linkage is a matter of getting your arms in sync with your body. How do we do that? Well, some golfers go up to the top of the backswing, and during the downswing they marry the right arm to the right side of the body. From there, the whole body rotates to the right side and the arms come through as one unit. I call that the rear linkage option. That's because everything is connected to the rear side of the body. Alright? If you think of players like Byron Nelson, who have talked about marrying that right arm to the right side, you'll see a golfer who's using that rear linkage feature. We also have front linkage golfers though. Some golfers think of holding a glove or head cover underneath their left armpit as they swing. This is something that Vijay Singh's done for a long time. They go ahead and put that underneath their left armpit. As they swing, they're trying to keep that whole left side connected as a unit as they come down, as they move through the ball, and they go into their extension. As you can see, a golfer that's more connected on the front side, their linkage is going to be lined up much more in the front of their body. We can see right here that the shaft, my left arm, and my whole left side are all linked up together. We also have golfers that are center linkage. When I think of center linkage golfers, Scott McCarron always comes to mind because he would pull his shirt up and he would go ahead and hold those armpits in there nice and tight. So he's trying to keep everything much more in front of him as he swings. When he comes back down, his arms, hands, and clubs are much more in front of his body, lined up with the center line of his body as he comes through. We call those center linkage golfers. Keep in mind, they're all valid. I believe Tiger Woods is a center linkage golfer, and this is one of the things that actually gets him in trouble in the golf swing. He gets to the top of the golf swing and he tries to fire his lower body, or he instinctively fires his lower body and his arms get behind him. That's what he calls being stuck. He's also been known to talk about that he has a feeling that his hips have got to wait for his arms to come in front of his body. Well, that's a very typical description of what center linkage golfers feel when they want to play their best golf. So, if you want to be linked up, you have to understand, are you a rear linkage golfer? Are you a center linkage golfer? Are you a front linkage golfer? And you need to incorporate that option into your golf swing. Alright, the next one we want to talk about is what I call your slotting action. There are 3 basic slotting actions in the golf swing. Some golfers return the club right back to the same angle it was at address. Okay? If we look at the way the club's angled at address, it's actually angling up through my hip girdle. We call that the hip plane slot. Golfers that swing with this option, they go up to the top, and we'll see them create a definite down slotting action to get their arms and hands back down into the hip plane slot so that they can deliver that club in the hip plane slot. Ben Hogan did this, Mickey Wright did this, Sam Snead did this. They were all golfers that utilized the hip plane slot during the delivery action. We also have golfers that are torso plane slotters. They actually have the club being delivered at an angle where it's aligned much more through the torso of the body. Mo Norman did this. As a matter of fact, at address, he set up so that club would point more through the middle of his torso. He went up in his backswing, and when he came down, he wanted that club to slot at an angle where it was aligned right through the middle of his torso. We call that torso plane slotting. Well, there's also what we call shoulder plane slotting. Some golfers get to the top of the backswing, and they apparently deliver that club straight down their shoulder plane as that club comes into impact. And we call that shoulder plane slotting. Once again, all 4 of those, or all 3 of those options are valid. You just have to know which one fits you. Are you a hip plane slotter? Are you a torso plane slotter? Or are you a shoulder plane slotter? Whichever one fits your body type, you need to incorporate into your golf swing. Okay, we also have another feature that helps us blend things together. We call it postural release. Everybody has to rotate in posture to some degree and up to some point in their golf swing. However, we also have to release our postural angles in the golf swing if we're going to have a full release and we're going to coordinate our actions together. Some golfers, they go into their backswing, and when they make their transition, about the time that left arm is parallel to the ground, they actually start standing up in their posture so that they can release that club downward and through the ball and have a nice early release in their golf swing. Players like Rocco Mediate and Peter Lonard do this. I call that the stand-up option. They are standing up much sooner than what's traditionally taught to do. However, it works for them. We also have what we call a post-up option. Some golfers go to the top of the backswing, they transition, and about the time the butt of the club is pointed at the ball, they begin to post up on their front leg and extend their right arm. From there, they go ahead and release the hinge action. As they release the hinge action, their sternum actually comes up in the golf swing, and then they release their posture all the way up to a full finish. That's what we call the post-up option. Tiger Woods does this wonderfully, so has Annika Sorenstam. So the post-up option is a valid option, and you may find that you need to release your torso a little sooner than what you've been told in the past, because that post-up option might just fit you. The last option is what I call the rotate in option, because they're rotating in until they reach a full extension that's much later in the golf swing, about chest high in the follow-through. These golfers will rotate in posture all the way until their arms hit a full extension out here. Then they go ahead and release their posture up to a full finish. Keep in mind that despite the fact that we need to rotate in posture in the golf swing, we also need to release our posture in the golf swing. You may need to stand up earlier than what you've been told in the past and have a very upright type body posturing as that club goes through the ball. You may need to post up, stay in posture a little bit longer and feel your sternum come up as your club releases through the ball. Or you may be able to stay in posture until that club reaches a full extension that's at chest high. Once again, only one of those options fits you, and you need to incorporate it into your golf swing. Alright, the last feature that helps us make the swing feel good is what I call your arc management feature. Traditionally, golfers are told to extend that club back nice and wide in the backswing. And then when they come down, their arms come down much closer to their body. Well, we call this the wide, narrow arc management pattern. Again, very wide in the backswing and narrow coming down. However, there's also what we call a deep to deep option. Some golfers will have the maximum width and depth in their swing when their left arm is parallel to the ground. They go to the top of the backswing. When they transition, they reach that same amount of width and depth coming down before they deliver that club through the ball. That's something that Ben Hogan did. He was wonderful at it. I call that the deep to deep arc management option. We also have some golfers that go up much more narrow in the backswing and create a little more width coming down. Players like Tom Watson do that. I call that the narrow to wide arc management pattern. Again, all three options are valid. You simply need to find out which one fits you and incorporate it into your golf swing. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you were able to see all three of the episodes that cover the secrets of owning your swing and the 12 biomechanical features of the Power-0f-3 golf system. In future episodes, we're going to pick one feature at a time. We're going to show you how to test your body to understand which of the three options fits you, and we're going to show you ways of incorporating those options into your golf swing. I hope you enjoyed this series up to this point, and if you want to find out more information about the New Horizons golf approach and the Power-0f-3 golf system, please visit my website at www.newhorizonsgolf.com.